Hey guys, it's Brie Noel, and welcome back to another episode on Open the Lock. Today, I have something that I'm sure a lot of teenagers or even just people who are young, maybe in their early 20s, can definitely relate to this just because it's so talked about. It's something that people stress a lot about, something that I've stressed about, and just a lot of people that I know in general. And it's very confusing, it's stressful, it's annoying, it's like why, and even parents like force it on us a lot and just family members. So I wanted to just give my opinion on about it and see, if you guys can relate. I mean, I'm sure you guys are going to relate. But just to get the word out there and just to let you guys know that it's normal and that, you know it's not always meant to be. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into today's episode: having life figured out. I feel like as us kids are getting older and we're in high school, and we're either just graduating or we're graduating very soon. Like, I'm in 11th grade. I'm about to be a senior this upcoming August. And it's like the stress of, what am I going to do when I graduate? What am I going to do when I get older? What's my passion? Everybody asks us this. What's your passion? What do you want to be when you grow up or get older? It's like not a lot of people have an answer to that. I feel like when we were younger, we definitely were like, yeah, I want to be a doctor. I want to be a teacher. I want to be a singer, an artist, a dancer. And now it's like kids are not even like that anymore. Kids don't even know what to do with their lives. I feel like they spend most of their time wasting their lives away, and it's like they're not really focusing on what they would want to do, and they're not really thinking life seriously. But even without any of that nonsense, it's like a lot of people out here don't have passion. We don't have something that we want to like physically do. Like, I'm going to give you guys a really good example and a story. um Throughout the years, I have changed what I've wanted to do for so long, so many times. And, I wanted to be so many different things growing up. I wanted to be a teacher. I wanted to be a singer. I wanted to be a gymnast. Um, and then I just recently started getting into like being a motivational speaker and just like talking and, being an uplifter to people, being there for people, and just like self-help and like life coaching and all that. Like, I'm just now starting to get into that, and I cannot say that it's my passion. Like, genuinely right now, I don't know what I want to do when I get out of school. I don't know um what I want to be when I grow older. I know what I love to do, and this is what I love to do. I love to just come on my podcast and talk about anything that I really want to, because it is my podcast, and just so I can give advice to people. Like, that's something that I really really admire. It's just helping others and helping people become their best selves, you know? And it's just something I love to do. And that's something that I want to also tell you guys, is that like, when you have something that you love to do, regardless if you don't have a passion or not, it doesn't have to be something that like, okay, I see myself doing this 10 years from now, 15 years from now. Do you love what you do? What it is that you like to do? Maybe it's a sport or it's a hobby, whatever. Do you love to do it? And if the answer is yes, then do it. Don't procrastinate about it. Don't stop yourself from doing it. Just do it, because you don't know if that one thing that you love to do, you don't know where it can lead you. You don't know if that little thing can make you millions, or if this is something that you genuinely like want to do for the rest of your life. Like, if you just do something for months at a time and you're like, oh, okay, I like it, but just try it out. You never know where life can lead you. Like, you don't even know where you're going to be tomorrow. So what makes you think that this thing that you love to do or like to do right now is not going to take you somewhere, to bigger places? Um and so yeah, that's one thing that I really wanted to say. Another thing that I also wanted to put out there was like, a lot of us out here feel like we need to have our shit together. We need to have our finances together, our life, our love life. It's like, bro, we're literally kids. Like, we're all children, and you're over here fussing and fighting like, "Oh, I don't have this together. I don't have this. I don't have a boyfriend. I don't like." I'm sometimes am still like that. Like, feel like I have a lot of pressure on me when it comes to like growing up and, making a lot of money, being successful, just because like my mom has always been somebody who grew me up like that. Like she is a very successful woman. She has done everything that she's wanted to, she's a really good human being. And, growing up with her, just me and her, obviously, like she put it on to me, like, you need to have a good job. You have to, just be happy, make good money. And so I feel like even though she doesn't force it on me, she does want me to be that person who just go and gets everything they want to. So now I feel like I have that pressure. Like I need to be somebody in life. I need to make money. I need to have a shitload of money. And even though she doesn't really force it on me, just because I've heard her stories and I've heard how she's came up, like I want to be like that, of course. And my dad too, like he's a go-getter, and my parents are just people who want the best for their child, of course. But sometimes it gets a little hard, and I feel like I have to have everything together. Like I need to be an adult, and I'm not. Like I'm literally a 17-year-old girl. Though I'm very mature for my age, and I have a lot of my stuff together, and I have a lot of responsibilities. Um, I still don't have everything together, and I feel like I expect myself to have everything together so much. Um, Literally for like no reason. And I can't put that on myself. I can't put that stress on myself. I need to be perfect. I need to have this and this and this by this timing. It's like life doesn't work on my timing. I'm not gonna get stuff when I feel like it or when I want it. Um Stuff just comes like out of the blue. Like things will just pop up out of nowhere. And I think that we have a lot of trouble with, I guess, grasping onto that and like realizing that we don't really have to have stuff together all the time. Like we need to live our life. Like we're teenagers. Like this is the only time of our life that we can really act and be teenagers. And having to have that, weight on your shoulders of okay, you need to be perfect. You need to have this, you need to have that. Trust me, it's very good to be a responsible, teenager, or just a very responsible person in general. Who doesn't want to be responsible and have responsibilities and be disciplined and have a good mindset, be a good person? Is very good. No one is saying that you can't be a teenager and have those things, but you should be able to have a balance. Definitely. You should be able to go out with your friends and go to the beach, have fun, go out to dinner, go to water parks and stuff like that, like have fun during the summertime. Of course. This is the I don't even know how to explain it. This is like the only time in your life that you can do that, without having excuses of all this stuff and like, being like, oh, I'm too old to do that. Like, no, we're young. And just realizing that like life moves so quickly, and like we need to enjoy every moment that we have with ourselves, with anybody else. And like having the stress of like, okay, I need to get all these things done. It's like, bro, relax. Like you have to take things step by step. Like a previous podcast I just had, baby steps. Like you cannot take these huge leaps, jumping from one pad to another. Like slow your roll. And I also feel like a lot of us want to grow up quickly. And I've been that person, been there, done that. Even still now, like I try to grow up faster than I really can. And it's hard because like I see everybody, my peers around me, like they're going out, they're doing all these fun, crazy stuff. And it's like, I want to do that. But at the same time, it's like, I'm good where I'm at. Like I'm a teenager. Like I'm just experiencing life every day and experiencing the good and the bad. And I'm just living my life, to be honest. I'm out here, I'm healthy, I'm safe. Like I have food, I have clothes, I have a roof over my head. It's like, what more can I ask? And I feel like a lot of us just want more and more and more. And like you want to have everything already piled up for you. And it's like life is all about finding new things, experiencing new things. You're not supposed to have your stuff figured out right now. Life is not supposed to be figured out for you. A lot of people who are even in their 30s, they don't even have their life figured out. They don't even know what they're going to do tomorrow. I mean, 30s, I would say, like, you should start having your stuff together. But like us now, especially, us thinking that can really ruin the way we think, can really ruin our mindset. And that's not healthy. It is really not healthy. Thinking that you need to have everything together, and it's like you're constantly pushing. It's like you're not even having time to just experience life for what it is. Like you don't even wake up normally. Like the first thing you do is just like, okay, I have to have this. And don't get me wrong, an important skill. It is a very important skill because one thing is to be a lazy ass teenager, and one thing is to be a teenager who just has fun, and but they also know what they have to do. Like me, I have a job, I have responsibilities, I have bills that I have to pay for. Um, and those things are what is keeping me in the responsible side. But I also need to realize that I have to have fun and also experience life for what it is. I just believe that we have to just take steps. I think that when you're young and you're a teenager, or, you know, you're just getting older, the first thing or the first like responsibility should be like a little job. Like I've had 3 jobs in my lifetime. My first job was at Journeys, actually. My second job was at Aries/American Eagle. My third job now is at a preschool. So I feel like your first step to, being responsible and having responsibilities and just getting older, I would say is a job. And then after that, you figure out, what you're going to do next. Stop piling stuff on top of each other. You may be going through something where you have to grow up quick and you have to grow up fast. Like I had to grow up fast too. I had to grow up fast, in the environment that I was in. And I'm grateful for it because I learned a lot of things, and I'm a very responsible, disciplined person. But I also wish that I could have had more fun and more time. But that time has passed. That time is over. And I can't keep dwelling on that. I have to move forward. Like it's not that big of a deal. Life moves on, Things happen to people and you have to deal with it. So just remember that, like, look, you're not alone. You're definitely not alone, because a lot of us, I'm sure, have the same feeling with getting out of high school and college and jobs and like all this stuff. And it's just like, look, you're going to have to go through it one day. You're going to have to go through the stress, but don't try to wrap your mind around that thing constantly. Like every day you're thinking about it, because that's not healthy. It's not healthy at all. So just take a step back and really just evaluate your life. Evaluate the things that you're doing right now. Could you do more? What could you do less? What is it that you love to do? And whatever it is, do it. Don't stop. My podcast, I love doing this. I love making videos. I love talking to people. Is it my passion? I don't know. Is it something that I want to do 10 years from now? I don't know. But I love doing it, so I'm not going to stop because I don't know where it could lead me. So that is all that I wanted to express. I just wanted you guys to just relate to it, something that you guys can even talk about in the comments below, because I know that a lot of people can definitely relate to the situation. And, I'm here to support. You're not alone. Talk to me, because, I've always wanted that person that I could talk to, years ago. And I want to be that person for you guys. So I really hope that you enjoyed today's episode and you grasped something about it. And yeah, that's all that I really wanted to say. And thank you so much for just tuning in today's episode. And honestly, just all the other episodes that I have here on YouTube, Amazon Music, and on Spotify. Thank you guys so much for just staying tuned. Thank you so much for just supporting and everything. And stay tuned for next week's episode. I love you all so much. And